and welcome to my very first YouTube video. I can't wait to start saying welcome to my YouTube channel. But no, seriously, thank you for tuning in and coming to watch. I have always loved YouTube videos. Like, I love watching YouTubers do hair. One of my favorite guilty pleasures is listening to ASMR. So I figured, you know, I could give it a shot. So I went out and got myself a nice little camera. And today I just want to tell you all a little bit about myself. So for my first video, it's going to be a get to know me. So for starters, for anyone who doesn't know, my name is Simone. I currently live in the San Diego area. I'm not originally from here. I'm from a small itty bitty city by the water called Seaside, California. I've only been living out here for going on 3 years now. Time flies. It's been a whirlwind of a ride. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love it out here. If you've never been to San Diego, I suggest you visit. I think you would love it. So that's just a little intro to me. Let's get into these questions. So I actually went and made a list. I went on Instagram. When was this? Maybe late November, early December. P.S. That's how long I've been putting off making my first video. But we're here, so, you know, better late than never. What I did was I asked my Instagram followers, I was like, hey, if I made a YouTube channel and it was a get to know me, what would you want to know about me? And I had several responses. So what I did is I just took each one of those responses. I actually wrote it down because if you're anything like me, you need a list. Let's get into the questions. The first question I got was, what is my skincare routine? Side note, I'm not reading these in any particular order. I didn't organize them. I really just wrote them down as they came in. So we're gonna be jumping around a lot, but that's okay. My skincare routine, I'd like to say, is pretty simple. I really like to stick to the basics, partially because, let's take a little trip down memory lane. Oh, when was this? Maybe like 2015. I don't even remember what year it was. I just know I wasn't 21 yet, so it had to be before 2016. I was visiting my auntie in Virginia, and you know, we got myself some face wash. When I tell you it was bad, it was bad. I mean, I broke out from the neck up. You couldn't even recognize me. It was like thick red purple alligator skin, and I had an allergic reaction. So long story short, ever since then I've been very picky about what I use, and so right now I'm obsessed with the Simple brand. Their skincare products are perfect for me. They've been good to me for years now, and I'm gonna stick to it because, listen, I don't need to go back to the ER anytime soon, okay? But basically, I just use their moisturizing facial wash. I usually only like to use it at night. And if I'm not using that, I have a gentle oil cleanser. And I really like to use that one if I'm wearing makeup because it's really good for removing makeup. But aside from that, I use the Simple micellar water as well. So I'll go in, I'll cleanse, and then I use the micellar water. I'm just gonna do a whole nother video on skincare one day, but basically I would like to wash my face at night. Once I wash my face, I like to go in with a lot of moisturizer. I like to go to sleep looking like a glazed donut. Because trust me, you wake up and your skin will thank you. And then in the mornings, I usually just like to do a nice rinse with warm to cold water, either just with water, or I'll take a little rag, dampen it, and you know, just wipe the sleep off my face and then put more moisturizer on. I don't really like to re-wash my face in the morning because I don't feel like it's necessary. I only really like washing at the end of the day once, you know, I've been outside, all the dirt and debris is on my skin, so I want to remove that. But basically that's it. Skincare tip, sunscreen. That's also part of my skincare routine. I do not like to go in the sun without sunscreen. I actually just finished tanning maybe like an hour ago. I had all the sunscreen on my face. everywhere. If you don't use sunscreen, I suggest you try it out. That's pretty much it for skincare. So on to the next question. Okay, so what are my hobbies? Good question. My favorite hobbies have to be swimming and tanning. Those kind of go hand in hand for me. Modeling, braiding hair. I really enjoy doing that. I actually started out doing all that on my mom. I taught myself how to braid on her. Then once I was comfortable with that, I taught myself how to braid on my own head. Anyone who braids, you know it's totally different trying to learn on someone's head vice your own. So once I mastered both, then I got comfortable doing other people's hair. What year was it? 2015 maybe. I used to do people's hair back in my hometown. And I'm not sure why I stopped, but I actually just got back into it. So if you need someone to do your hair, I specialize in braiding and ponytails. You can find me on Instagram at hairbysimone_AC. As I mentioned, my other hobby is modeling, which actually kind of gets me into the next question I have, which is how did I start modeling? So 2 for 1. I got started officially January 2020. Before that, I had done maybe a shoot here and there, but it was nothing. It was just for fun, I guess. But January 2020 is when I actually sat there and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna see how far I can go. And here we are in April 2021 and she's thriving. So that's really how I started. I moved to San Diego in 2018, moved out here for work. I have no friends, didn't know anyone, so I spent a lot of time alone. I wanted a new hobby. I wanted something that was gonna challenge me and also something that I would enjoy. I started looking up different hashtags on Instagram, looking up different San Diego photographers and San Diego models, and just, you know, feeling out the scene. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I ended up going to one of my first meetups. It was a 1920s theme with this meetup group called Street Culture SD. And I had so much fun. I put my little wig on, had my little flapper dress, all the stuff. And I was like, wow, this is so much fun. Like, I want to do this again and again and again. So that's what I did. And the rest is history. I call it a hobby because, as I mentioned, I moved to San Diego for work. I still have a full-time job, but I do aspire to do this full-time if willing, you know. The opportunity presents itself, I'm there. But yeah, that's how I got started modeling. Next question, what is my sign? I am a Capricorn. My birthday is December 27th. Anyone who's familiar with Capricorns, I think I am very much a true Capricorn to the T. I am about my money. I'm not cold-hearted, but I'm logical. Like, I don't live in a fairy tale. Like, I am very straightforward with myself. I love structure. I really think I'm a true Capricorn. If you don't know much about Capricorns, look it up. Let me know what you think. Okay, so the next question is, what inspires me? And I like this question. I am honestly inspired by the life that I wish to live. I admit that I am like a naturally lazy person. If you leave it up to me and I could get away with it, I will nap all day, watch movies all day, do the bare minimum, but I won't get very far doing that all the time. So on those days when I do feel like doing absolutely nothing, laying there, wasting time, I just think about where I want to be in the future, and I always want to be progressing. And I'm like, okay, listen, you can sleep at night when it's time to sleep, but right now we got goals to reach. And also my friends and family, like that might sound cliche, but it's true. My friends are all go-getters. I love them. Shout out to the girls. And my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my little brother Taco, I see how hard my parents have worked over the years and how hard my brother works, and my dream is to one day be able to just like take care of them. So let me not start getting all emotional. Let's move on to this next question. Do I plan on modeling long term, and would I consider being a model coach? Yes and yes. I would love to model long term. Like I mentioned earlier, I do consider it a hobby, but trust me, if I can get paid full time for this, I would love to, and I would absolutely do that. And I'm all about giving back and sharing my knowledge. So if someone's curious and interested in getting into modeling, you can even reach out to me now in the comments or on Instagram. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll put it in the description box, I think. This is my first video, so I'm still learning all the YouTube terms, but my Instagram name is @SimoneAC. It's SYMONE_AC. So yes, I do plan to take modeling above and beyond if I can. The next question is, what is my family like? Where do I start? My family is extremely supportive, very loving, hilarious, outgoing, very kind. They support me in everything that I do and what I want to do. My brother is hilarious. Like, I feel like a lot of people think I'm funny from Instagram and this and that. If you think I'm funny, you don't know anything yet. My brother, oh my God. I feel like I'm a perfect mixture of like my mom and dad, from the way I look and the way I act. For example, part of me is very logical. I like to pay attention to details and think things through before deciding. And I think that part of me definitely comes from my dad. And then the other part of me is funny, outgoing, always cracking jokes. And that's like definitely my mom. One day maybe you guys will meet them and you'll see what I mean. My family's great. I love them. Okay, next question. This is a fun one. What are some of my bucket list dreams? Well, before the pandemic hit, I was a huge traveler. You know, you could always catch me catching a flight. Catch flights, not feelings. But I say all that to say that one of my dreams is to go to Greece one day. I've always wanted to go there. Like I mentioned, one of my hobbies is swimming, and I feel like that would be one of the best places to do that. Their beaches are amazing. The architecture is stunning. I just feel like I need to go there. So one day I will. Another one of my bucket list dreams, I'd have to say it would be to just hang out with Rihanna for a day. I know I'm extra, but I love Rihanna. Rihanna, if you're seeing this, hey girl, hit me up. We can hang out. We can be friends. I just absolutely love her. I've loved her ever since she came out with Ponde Replay. And I just love everything she stands for. And I think she's beautiful. So one day we might make that happen. Who knows? Okay, next question. How do I describe my personality? I don't want to just say outgoing. I feel like that's boring. Well, I'm not boring, but I'm very outgoing. Very understanding, empathetic. Her personality's fun. I don't know what else to say. It's always hard to talk about myself, but a way I like to put it is, I would love to be my friend. I think I'm a very cool person, a cool friend, very easygoing, laid back, chill, down for whatever, you know. I think that covers all the bases. The last question I have on my list is, how would I describe my style? It's funny, one time I really tried to do the whole, you know, neutrals and nudes theme, and I was like this close to getting rid of all my clothes and going out and buying only neutrals and nudes. But then literally like the next day I'm like, oh, I want to wear hot pink, I want to wear neon green. I was like, okay, that's a sign that I can't stick to one style. I guess at my core, my style is just casual, comfy. I like to wear pieces like this with like a good pair of joggers and some sneakers. Like, that's my go-to type of style. But don't get me wrong, I love to wear heels, I love to wear dresses, I love to get dressed up and be cute. I'm very much a moody dresser. I'm gonna get dressed that day depending on my mood. That's pretty simple, I guess. So this was a little bit about me. For my first video, just gonna keep it short and sweet. Just wanna give you guys a little glimpse into my life. What you can expect from me on my YouTube channel in the future is definitely lots of hair videos, skin videos, tutorials on how, you know, I lay my edges, and also I'll just be asking you guys what you would want to know from me or what you would like to see from me. I've also done a poll on my Instagram and asked about ASMR, and not a lot of people are fans, but I love it, so you can also expect some ASMR videos from me too. Watch at your own risk, but that'll be cool. So yeah, that's it for today, and I will catch you guys on the next video.